On Friday night, ailing Democratic candidate Hillary Clinton spoke at a fundraiser where she said, quote, "To be grossly generalistic, you can put half of Trump supporters into what I call the basket of deplorables, right? Racist, sexist, homophobic, xenophobic, Islamophobic, you name it. And unfortunately, there are people like that, and he has lifted them up. He has given voice to their websites that used to have only 11,000 people, now have 11 million. He tweets and retweets offensive, hateful, mean-spirited rhetoric." Hillary tried to walk back the slur afterward. She said, quote, "Last night I was grossly generalistic, and that's never a good idea. I regret saying half. That was wrong." Donald Trump immediately responded, correctly, quote, "Isn't it disgraceful that Hillary Clinton makes the worst mistake of the political season, and instead of owning up to this grotesque attack on American voters, she tries to turn it around with a pathetic rehash of the words and insults used in her campaign. For the first time in a long time, her true feelings came out, showing bigotry and hatred for millions of Americans." The media have covered Hillary's comments with kid gloves. They certainly never used with Mitt Romney, who infamously stated that there were 47% of people who are with Obama, dependent on government, believe they're victims, believe the government has a responsibility to care for them, who believe they're entitled to health care, to food, to housing, to you name it. That, of course, is because Hillary's a Democrat, which means she can rip Americans as closet bigots, and she can get away with it. Democrats are all hardworking folks who never suffer from a victim mentality. Republicans, however, are all terribly evil. Hillary is simply saying what Democrats actually think about Americans who don't vote Democrat. We're morally inferior humans. The great surprise of Hillary's alt-right speech several weeks ago came when she specifically disassociated conservatives from the alt-right lunatics who rabidly support Trump. It turns out that was a politically motivated lie. It was a blackmail offer to slice off conservatives from the alt-right if they just dumped Trump. In reality, however, Hillary thinks anyone who votes for Trump, even as a mere instrument to stop her from gaining high office, is a racist, sexist, homophobic bigot. That's how the left justifies its dishonesty and its nastiness, and the fact that it always routinely victimizes Americans in order to serve its own political purpose. You are the bad guy. Now, that's not to say the alt-right isn't terrible. They are. They're a fringe element, though, in Trump's support, even if they carry outsized weight in Trump's political calculation. No more than 5% of Trump's base is actually alt-right, and that's a real upper-end estimate. But for Hillary, everyone on the right is alt-right. I'm alt-right, you're alt-right, we're all alt-right. That's what makes it okay for her to lie to get ahead, because bad people deserve to be lied about and also to. Hillary can apologize for being generalistic, but her entire campaign is based on that generalization, just as the entire Democratic Party relies on that generalization. The moment Americans realize the basket of deplorables is a giant, giant lie, Democrats can't win elections anymore. I'm Ben Shapiro. This is The Ben Shapiro Show. Alrighty, folks, so we're back. And as you can tell, my voice is still a little bit gone, so you'll have to bear with me if I'm taking sips of water and such. And the stain on my shirt is due to a baby spitting up on me because I'm a wonderful father as well as a brilliant host. So just excusing my own slobbishness on the fact that I'm the world's greatest human. So in any case, we have to start off by thanking our one of our new sponsors, Boll & Branch. These people make the greatest sheets in the world. I'm not kidding. The Boll & Branch makes fantastic sheets. We have them on our bed at home. I'm very, very picky about what I sleep on. Apparently, 3 ex-presidents sleep on Boll & Branch and a slew of celebrities. One of those ex-presidents is Bill Clinton. So some of the celebrities and Bill Clinton actually share a set of Boll & Branch sheets. And apparently they all like it. But Boll & Branch is this place. You go online and you tell them kind of what kind of sheets you want. You go to bollandbranch.com and you get them really cheap. They make sheets to blankets made from pure 100% organic cotton. They're super soft and they're much cheaper than anything else. It's like $150 for a couple $100 for some luxury sheets that normally would cost $1,000. And if you don't know what a luxury sheet feels like, you really need to get these because it's not thread count. It's like I thought it was just thread count. I'd go to the gas station and pick up sheets. It'd say like 1,000 thread count. And that means it's soft. No, that means it's a tarp. So it has nothing to do with it. But Boll & Branch sheets, I've slept on them, so I can tell you personally, they're great. If you want to try them, go to bollandbranch.com, bollandbranch.com, promo code Ben, and you get $50 off your first set of sheets, which is a pretty good bargain. So you get it for like $150 instead of $200. So again, that's Boll & Branch, BOLL and branch.com, promo code Ben, and make sure you use the promo code Ben so they know that we sent you, and that way they continue to affiliate with us, which is good for you, it's good for us, and it means that we can continue to provide the show and provide employment to the rest of these deplorables who work for us. Okay, so obviously, big news over the weekend. First of all, I just have to preface the big news over the weekend with the fact that Hillary Clinton has a problem, and that is that one of her big spiels is that she is very strong. It's not just that she claims that she's a normal woman. She claims she's superhuman. So, for example, Hillary Clinton just last week, she said that Donald Trump projects phony strength. Here's what she said.
People, when they're afraid, like and need the idea of a strong leader. What do you say to the supporters of him who resonate with that message?
Well, there's phony strength and there's real strength. And it's phony strength to not know what you're talking about and to make outrageous statements that will actually make our job harder, no matter how in the moment it sounds. Real strength is leveling with the American people and making it clear we will defeat ISIS.
Okay, we stop there. Real strength is not lying to people and also not being a dead body on CNN. So over the weekend, we have exclusive footage. You've seen a bunch of angles of Hillary Clinton falling over. If you haven't seen that by now, we'll show you it in just a minute. But we have exclusive footage of Hillary Clinton at the 9/11 memorial yesterday. Here's what it looked like.
Hey, wait up. I want to talk. You're fun. Can I walk with you?
Brenda, get
Don't
back
pay
here!
any attention to him.
You're not going anywhere!
Oh, yeah? Who says so?
I do!
Oh. What are you doing? Stop it! See, Arnold, he's not afraid of you. Arnold, why do you have to hit everybody? Who do you think you are? You always have to beat everybody up.
Yeah, it went poorly. So after that, they took Hillary and they threw her into a van and they drove her off. And then here's what happened next.
Something has happened to the president.
What about the vice president? The vice president is mentally unbalanced.
Is this legal? Oh, yeah. Probably.
We think so.
Yes.
Suddenly, Dave has a great job.
I can't tell you the whole story. It's kind of a national emergency kind of thing, but you got to help me cut the budget a little.
You got to cut the budget.
Okay.
He has a great house.
So, and that's how Kate McKinnon ended up as president. Basically, Hillary Clinton apparently was taken away where she perished, and the Democratic establishment desperately attempted to get Kate McKinnon on the phone so they could substitute her in to run for the rest of the primary. Okay, so that's not actually, here's what actually happened. Here's the tape of Hillary Clinton yesterday. So remember, the run-up to all of this is that Hillary went on a coughing jag like a week and a half ago, and we played it for 4 minutes. She's coughing. By the way, my wife, who's a doctor, when she saw that, she said, looks like pneumonia to me. But Hillary Clinton said, nothing wrong with me, it's just allergies. Then she goes on and she campaigns, and remember, the media was saying anybody who has even mild questions about her health is a sexist. Chris Chaliza of the Washington Post wrote a piece 5 days ago, in which he said, you must stop asking questions about Hillary's health. There's nothing there. There's no reason to ask questions about Hillary Clinton's health. And then this happened on Sunday. This is at the 9/11 memorial. It was 75 degrees and breezy outside. She's not dancing, gang. She is wobbling because she's falling over. And down she goes. And they take her, and they then proceed to shovel her in the van like Freddie Gray in the back of a Baltimore police van. And then they speed off, and they leave the media behind. And then after that, all that happens, and we'll add a closer angle. This was slightly suspicious. They say that this is glasses falling out of her pants, but look at her right leg. Okay, look at her right leg in this particular video. They slowed it down so you can see. Okay, something fell out of her leg, pant leg right there, and you don't know what it is. See, here we go. And doink, something falls down. People said it was her glasses. Okay, maybe it's her glasses, maybe it's not. Every conspiracy theory is now at least tenable because Hillary is lying about her health. And we know she's lying about her health. I mean, remember, just 5 minutes ago, Hillary had her coughing jag. And if you don't recall this is gross, folks, so prepare yourself if you're eating breakfast or lunch. This is what Hillary Clinton did just last week when she got into her coughing jag and took a glass of water. Yeah, that is some yucky stuff falling right in the glass from Hillary's face. So, again, something is wrong with Hillary. Hillary is sick. Okay, she's sick. So they drive her off. And the media don't even cover this. Only Fox News covers this, and the only reason they cover it is because, one, they have a reporter on the ground, and two, these angles that we're seeing, they're not coming from members of the news media, they're coming from civilians. So if this had not been caught on tape, you know Hillary would have lied about it. You know that the Clinton campaign, that the media, they would have said, how dare you imply anything happened? This is all just conspiracy theory nonsense. No way any of this happened. It just can't have happened. You must be crazy. They caught it on tape. So they shove her in the van like a sack of old turnips, and then they drive off. And they leave her shoe behind. She's like old, frail, dying Cinderella. They leave her shoe behind, and the NYPD has to come back and grab it and take it to her later and fit it back on her foot. So they take her away, and we don't know where she goes for like an hour. We have no clue where she went. And then they release a statement. Don't worry, she didn't go to the hospital. She went to Chelsea Clinton's apartment. Okay, now, let me tell you something. If my mom collapsed, my mom's 60, if she collapsed and they shoved her in a van, I hope they're going to the hospital, because that's a bad thing. I wouldn't say take her to my house. I'd say take her to the hospital so she can get hydrated or something. They take her to Chelsea Clinton's because they're trying to claim no big deal. They say she overheated. And then the media start claiming that this is, Manila, that this is like it's the hottest place on earth. It's so humid. It's so hot. It's like the bowels of hell. And it was the bowels of hell in New York City yesterday. I know a bunch of people in New York City yesterday. They were out having a good time, walking their dogs. Apparently it was really nice yesterday. It was like mid-70s. Kind of 40% humidity. It was actually the coolest day of the weekend. And they were claiming that, no, Hillary, she was brave for even going out there. Now, nobody bothers to ask. So how many people actually fainted like Hillary? How many people just collapsed like Hillary? They didn't bother asking that. They also claimed that Hillary stumbled. Okay, she didn't stumble. When you look at the tape, she's wobbling. She's not moving. Stumble implies I take a step forward and trip over somebody. Unless she tripped over Harambe's ghost. She didn't trip over anybody. Okay, she lost control over her legs, and she lost control over her consciousness, and she fell over. So they take her away, and then we find out she's at Chelsea's. And then she emerges from Chelsea's. And she comes out, and a little girl breaks through Secret Service and runs up to her for a hug. Now, let me tell you something about Secret Service. You don't break through Secret Service. Okay, this is what we call a pre-planned photo op. So she walks out, and this little girl breaks through and gives Hillary a big hug.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
You remember the media? Oh, yeah. For Christ's sake. Because they know how ridiculous this is. And the little girl comes out, and Hillary's out waving to the crowd, and then she gets back in that van. She goes up to Chappaqua. She cancels her events for the next couple days. So what happened? Well, hours later, they say what actually happened is that she's been coughing because of allergies, but she was diagnosed with pneumonia on Friday, but she's on antibiotics, and then she was overheated on Sunday. Okay, none of this makes any sense. Okay, that cough was not allergies. There was the media were on top of her on Friday. I'm not sure when she had time to go to the doctor to be diagnosed with pneumonia. And then they came out with another story later in the day where they said there's this virulent, contagious disease, basically, this virus that has struck down half of Hillary's staff. It struck down half of her staff. Robbie Mook had to go to the hospital, which begs one question, which is, so you've got patient zero in the stand over here hugging a small child knowing she's contagious and ill, right? I'm ill. You know what I do when I'm ill? I sleep in a different room than my wife, and I sleep in a different room than my kids because I don't want them to get sick. Hillary Clinton says, well, as long as I'm not going to suck out the soul of the child, I may as well get the kid sick with pneumonia. Like, where are the parents? You think the parents feel good about that? Yeah, honey, go on, hug the old lady who's disease-ridden. A great idea. What a great idea. So it is going to be the height of irony when our decisions about who to vote for are completely decided by the fact that Hillary was, again, patient zero in some sort of tragic epidemic that wipes out 3/4 of the American population. But what was amazing about that, there are a few things that are amazing about this. One, Hillary's deeply dishonest. She lies about everything. So people were theorizing that she has Parkinson's disease. People were theorizing that she's got the bubonic plague. People were theorizing that she's got pneumonia as a secondary infection from something else, right? People are theorizing all of this. And before, that was all conspiracy theory crap. Now, you can't believe anything Hillary says. You can't believe a word that comes out of their mouth. And she's still not releasing her full medical records. So we're going to continue in just a second by explaining what the media did about that, because there are three big stories here. One is Hillary's a giant liar, so you can't believe anything she says. Two is because she's a giant liar, she may in fact be a walking corpse. Any minute she may reanimate and start trying to eat people's brains. It's possible. And third, the media are just, you can't believe anything the media tell you. So this makes people crazy. This makes people nuts. But first, we have to say thank you to our another sponsor on today's show, Birch Gold. So if you've been wondering, if you think the country's going to hell in a handbasket, because we're either going to be run by a guy who doesn't know anything about anything or the reanimated corpse of Frankenstein's bride, then you may want to start looking at investing in some solid metals because it's possible we're all screwed. So Birch Gold Group is a place that you can talk to about this. You can move your IRA or eligible 401k into an IRA backed by physical gold and silver and save on your taxes. And the folks at Birch Gold Group know how to do that. They have a long-standing track record of success and lots of satisfied clients. They have a lot of 5-star reviews and an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau, which is great, so you know they're not a scam. Contact Birch Gold Group now. Request a free information kit on physical precious metals. It's a comprehensive 16-page kit, and it tells you how gold and silver can protect your savings, how you can move that IRA or 401k out of stocks and bonds and into precious metals. To get that no-cost, no-obligation kit, talk to one of their experts. Call Birch Group Gold at 800-496-6663. That's 800-496-6663, or go to birchgold.com/Ben. birchgold.com/Ben. Make sure you add the /Ben so they know that we sent you. That's 800-496-6663, or online at birchgold.com, birchgold.com/Ben. Okay, well, if you want to continue to watch us live, we now have new capacity, folks. It's exciting. If you are a subscriber, you don't have to wait for the rest of the show. You don't have to wait for our lazy bum employees here to upload it 2 hours from now. Instead, you can go to dailywire.com if you're a subscriber, and we are totally live. The show continues totally live. It's so magical. Go to dailywire.com, $8 a month. You can watch us totally live, be part of the mailbag, enjoy the sights and sounds of the Ben Shapiro Show, the #1 podcast on the conservative side of the aisle in America. So check us out there. Otherwise, just check us out later at iTunes or SoundCloud, and you can download the audio for free there. And again, we are the #1 conservative podcast in America, and thank you for making us that.